Okay, so let's start. So, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And thank you for joining this Microsoft 365 Virtual Marathon 2022, an incredible event. And for today's session, I'm going to talk about how you can use Microsoft Viva Connections and understand the capability of Microsoft Viva Connections. And if you want to extend it, then how you can leverage the SharePoint framework as a web part, using as a web part or some adaptive cards. So I'll show you that in the demo. So before I jump into that, I would like to thank all the sponsors and the organizers of the event. Without that support, this is not possible to execute this kind of huge event. And thanks to all the attendees as the community members who are joining from different regions of the world and making this event a successful event. So before I jump into the session, I would like to briefly give you some introduction from my end. So myself, Kirti Prajapati, and I am working as modern workplace consultant. And along with that, I am office development MVP and MCT as well. Along with this, I am very passionate to work in M365, SharePoint, and office development components, and also involved in some of the events as a speakers and organizers, and providing some kind of trainings in terms of M365 and SharePoint. And along with this, I'm also an organizer of Microsoft 365 Ahmedabad user group in our local community, where we are organizing such events like global boot camps, SharePoint Saturdays, and some of the free workshops where we can address new things released by Microsoft to the developer community. And if you want to get in touch with me, then you can find my email address and social media information just in the screen in this PowerPoint slide as well. So I will be more than happy to connect with you on the social media, and we'll share our thoughts if possible through the through that platform. So uh, I am just keeping the simple agenda for today's session because I will be more focusing on explaining how to set up and extend this base capability of Microsoft Viva. So for today, I'll introduce a couple of things for Microsoft Viva in the overview, and then explain what is Microsoft Viva Connections. So that is the more focusing part of the today's demo. And then we'll see how you can set up Microsoft Viva Connections. And after setting up that, what are the different ways that can be used to extend your Microsoft Viva Connections with SPFx? So these are 4 points that I'm going to talk about in next 30 or 40 minutes for now. So let's jump into the first one, where what is Microsoft Viva and overview of Microsoft Viva. So most of you know that since last 2 years that everything has been changed in terms of the working model and the employee experience in the hybrid environment. So you can see that with the like high growth in hybrid work, it is more important than forever. Like it was not there like couple of years ago, but now we have to think about that important than ever to connect employees with an integrated employee experience where it can brings together communications, knowledge, what different type of learning you are providing, then resources and insights into the flow of work. So it means that you should be able to share everything with the employee who all are working in the hybrid model. And Viva is the easily customizable and extensible from anywhere you work. Like if you want to work from anywhere, then it can be helpful to integrate with tools you already use. And it also supports several partner integrations to give you access to industry leading applications in the natural flow of work. So it could be your Microsoft Teams applications or any other component which you have created. So I show you that in the demo, how you can use that. And Viva is an open and extensible platform. And I think that very soon partners as well as the developers will be able to use toolkits as well as the APIs for each of the four modules that you can see. There are four modules in the Microsoft Viva. So in a simple word, we can say that an employee experience platform provided by Microsoft Viva, and that spans into four different categories, that is connections, learning, insights, and topics. So if we think about these connections, the overview of the connections, so this will be the gateway to a modern employee experience design, which can be very easy to keep everyone engaged and informed. So all the information related to the organization can be shared with all the employees whosoever are working in this hybrid model. And Viva Connections also gives everyone a personalized destination where you will discover the company specific news, conversations, and the tools they need to succeed. Like everything will be available when you log in into your portal. And also we can say that Viva Connections is a kind of branded app experience in Microsoft Teams as well. And that is also optimized by using that. You can enable experience for information workers and the frontline workers. And as I said, that it is a gateway to employee experience with different ability for you to curate the content as well as the using the different type of tools that you want to deliver through quick access to data and tasks. Like if you want to manipulate some data or organize some tasks, then you can use this. Along with this, you can also go with the relevant news, then communications, then peoples and resources. So that also can be implemented using this. And built on, it is basically built on capabilities in Microsoft 365 like Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Yammer, and Stream. So you can put in all together in a one component using these Microsoft Viva Connections. So Viva Connections is basically designed to meet uh, uh, people where they usually get their work done, right? So mostly we are doing everything in now in Microsoft Teams. So Viva Connections create an opportunity to push specific content, and based on that, it can display popular resources by combining or like merging the power of your SharePoint intranet with Microsoft Teams and other Microsoft 365 applications like Yammer and Stream, as I mentioned. And Viva Connection also offers this added functionality through primary components, that is a dashboard, feed, and the resources. So I'll show you that how to set up the dashboard and can use the content with the different list or somewhere else with either it's news or resources. So we can consider that there are three main components for that: dashboard, feed, and resources. So I'll show you that how dashboard can be used in upcoming slide. So before that, as a simple user, if I want to use that uh, or understand that what is Microsoft Viva, right? And how the connection will work. So Microsoft Viva Connections offer innovative engagement experience to keep everyone in the team informed. Using artificial intelligence, Microsoft Viva fosters fruitful engagements in the workplace. And it also provides a gateway into the company resources, such as, for example, HR information and other policies if you want to share with someone. And furthermore, it also allows employees to participate in business processes and communities effectively. And Viva Connections also shows in app you are currently using, like for example, Microsoft Teams, and it is very specifically for each user. And also the users get a company branded experience and getting access to digital resources and the organizational tools. So you might have a question that uh, what are the different ways business can leverage when they are talking about using the Microsoft Viva, right? So they can improve the employee experience. So what it means, like most employers think their employees leave because they are getting better money elsewhere, right? Because of the money, they are moving the jobs and everything. So in fact, 89% of employers think so, but the reality is quite different. Only like 10 to 12% employees leave due to money, while others quite due to poor experience in the workplace. So keeping that in mind, it is integral to give your employee a good working experience so that they stay loyal to the organization. And Microsoft Viva offers many features to help you accomplish this. For instance, as I mentioned that there are four topics of four categories. So if you think about topics to ensure your employees are not frustrated due to the excessive time it takes them to find relevant information, since topic organizes all related information in one place and it makes your employees lives easier. So everything will be available on one click. And second, you can say this insights. So insights also gives an overview of employee happiness and provides mindfulness opportunities through headspace integration. Therefore, it will ensure that your employees are not only physical well, but also mentally healthy. So it offers the following advantage in the long run, like it can offer a better working experience to employees, prevent burnout, boost productivity, and prioritize mental health. So we can consider those points. And it also help you to drive business decisions, like Microsoft Viva can also help companies make big employee related business decisions. For example, you can use the insights to determine the improvement needed in the onboarding process, and same way we can use the Viva Insights that can help you to determine employee bonuses and the salary reviews. And then you can also consider how you can enhance employee engagement and use that. So for the connection tool, it is ideal for fostering a corporate culture in which everyone stays on the same page. Similarly, employees can stay up to date with the latest organizational conversation and news. So everything has been shared with the all the users, right? So Microsoft Viva has the potential to become the next big thing in improving employee experience. Business should employ it in the day-to-day task to make sure employees learn, connect, and collaborate effectively. And that's the reason that I am here to explain more thing on the Viva connections and other components. So now let me jump into that how you can set up Microsoft Viva connections, right? So there are 8 steps you can see here in this image. So first, you can just prepare your internet portal. Then you have to set up a home site. So that's the prerequisites that if you want to use Viva connections, then your site should be a home site or associated as a home site. And then once it is there, then you will be able to enable the app bar with the global navigation and creating some dashboards. And then we can also use the or prepare the content to feed into the dashboard or the component. And then we can add this app to Microsoft Teams so all the users can access from their Microsoft Teams as a personalized app. So these are the 8 steps I'm going to share in a while in the demo, that how you can set up these Viva connections for the Microsoft Teams. So let me jump into this and I'll show you that how we can use that. So first, just to be make sure that everything works as expected during this demo. So I have already created something for this tenant, but I'll show you that how you can create from scratch. So this is my different tenant where I'm going to create this home site and everything. So as I mentioned that you should have a home site enabled, and for that you have like kind of prerequisites as a SharePoint admin and Microsoft Teams admin privilege or access to your tenant. So once you log in into your Microsoft 365 admin center, then you can just go to the SharePoint, and from SharePoint admin center, go to the settings, and under the settings, you will have an option to associate or set the home site. Either it's a existing site or if you want to create new one, right? So here we have two options. If you want to create new one, then you can just go to sites, click on active sites and create any communication sites if you want. And other option that will be a kind of default SharePoint site experience provided in this one. And other thing, I would rather using this one, I would suggest that you can use the SharePoint Lookbook, where you will find different templates available, where you will have a predefined set of content, So it will look better, and you can also have some kind of trick in this contents of this specific template. So let's say, for example, I want to use this the landing template under this organization. So I'm just clicking on that, and it will ask you to provision into your tenant. So make sure in which tenant you are trying to provision this. And once you click on add to your tenant, it will start provisioning for this one. And here it may ask you the credentials or the permission. So let's give it to consent for this SPUGA, accept it, and then it will start the provision. So it may take some like 3-4 minutes just to provision this site. So before that, I'll show you that if you are going to use communication site, and then we have not provided any kind of association as a home site. So okay, SharePoint provisioning services, something went wrong. So something is not correct. Okay, no worries. So here you can see this is the app bar. So this is my simple communication site, right? Now, when I click on this home icon or just hover the mouse, then you can see the difference before. Okay, so we have this. So I'm just using this as is. You can just click on provision and it will take like 3-4 minutes to provision it. Okay, confirm it. Right, and here you can see once it is done, you will get the notification here. Okay, this is done. So I was talking that without creating the home site, once you click on the home icon, it will redirect you to SharePoint.aspx page, the SharePoint default page, right? So that's the different we are going to use when we link this newly created site as a home site, and then we will see what are the difference available in that landing page or the home site. So that is one thing. And another thing is you can also use the hub site as your the landing page. So when we have that options available, if I'm going to site settings, then you can see here I do not see any global navigation option or other second option to set up my dashboard. So because we have not associated this as a home site as of now. So once we provision this, we will be able to associate this. So let me just copy this site, and I'm just going to settings, clicking on home sites, and it will check whether it's valid or not. Okay, and click on see. So this site is associated as a home site. Now I'm just clicking on this. It is still not provisioning. I can see the old content. Once it is provisioned, then this hero Webpart and everything will be changed as per whatever the template we have selected for this one. So it is still in progress. So I was talking about that. Let's assume that once this is done, then I'll show you in another tenant where my site is available. So it will look like this, right? And here you can see under the site settings, we have two more links available. One is the global navigation, and the other one is the setup Viva connections. So global navigation will help you to create the navigation for this app bar, and that can be helpful for the user who are going to access this portal from their mobile device. So let's say, for example, if I click on global navigation, then it will allow me to enable first this global navigation. So by default, it was turned off. So you have to make it turn on, and then you will be able to add these links here under this global navigation. And you can also upload the logo if you want and give it a title. And here I was mentioning that you can create home site navigation or hub site. So if you do not want to go with the hub site, then you can also use this hub or global navigation for this global navigation options. So for now, we just go with the home site navigation, and we can just select this radio button and click on save. So for now, I have set up everything for this tenant, but let me check if the site is provisioned. So it is still in progress. So let's assume that the site is provisioned, and then you can edit this page, or before that you can just click on this global navigation and it will open like this. So the name which we provided as a global navigation component, this one, and these are the different links we have used. So you can just click on edit and then sorry, just click on this global navigation and you can check that if you want to upload any a logo or want to change this name. So accordingly, you can update that. And once you are done with this, we are good to open this into the mobile application in mobile devices. And from there, you can check how your global navigation look like, right? So you can see here, these are the navigation links in the top navigation. The same thing we have in this app bar navigation. So that's one thing, it is still in progress. So once you are done with setting up this global navigation, and then we can check how we can create the connections, right? So let's say we can just click on setup Viva connection, and then it will ask you to set up a dashboard. So I have already created one dashboard, so that is why it says view dashboard. Otherwise, it will allow you to create new one. So assume that you are just trying to create the new one. So I'm just clicking on that view dashboard and click on edit. So after you edit this dashboard, you can see here in the address bar, the URL is dashboard.aspx. So this is created by this algorithm. We do not have to worry about this name, and it is created out of the box. So here you have two options. One is the mobile and one for the desktop. So make sure that for which device you are going to use this dashboard. So by default, I have used desktop. And once you select this, you will be able to add different type of cards. So once you click on add a card, then these are the 7 components you can use in your dashboard as a card, adaptive card. So for now I have used top news, but if I want to use, let's say for example, web link, so click on that and you can edit that card here. And you can also change the size of the cards, like by default it is selected as a medium, but you can make it as a large. Same uniformity for all the cards. Then if you want to use any link, then you can just use yes, and then you can just give the title, right? And this thumbnail is auto selected, right? But if you want to upload the custom image, you can just select custom image, then card icon is auto selected. You can change it accordingly. And if you want to link something else, you can also use that. And most important thing is you can also provide the audience targeting. Let's say, for example, if you want to restrict something or allow something, then there is a 50 audience limit for this specific card. So you can also provide that information from here, right? So this is about the one card, that is link one. Then you can also use some task. Let's say, for example, if you want to see the to do, then you can also check that. And again, click on this and nothing to change from here. You can just change the card size if you want to make it uniformity. And then again, we have the audience target, again 50 audience limit. So let's keep this as is, and I can just click on preview and see how it will look like. So once I use this dashboard in my home site, the SharePoint home site, which we have created here, it will look like this, right? So let's close this. And if you are good enough, that you can just click on republish. And once it is republished, now go to your SharePoint site. So I'm just clicking on this SharePoint site and edit this page. So here, as you can see, initially it was only top news, but now the web part is updated. So let me delete this first, and then I'll show you how to edit. So you can just click on this plus icon and search for dashboard. So your once you have set up your this connection, the dashboard will be available once it is created with different set of cards. So like this, it will be available. And once you publish it, it will be available for all the users, right? From here, they can also just click on that and navigate to whatever the link they have provided. And if the task assignment is there, then it will be automatically display here. And top news, like if you filter out the news that can be roll out as a top news for the organization people, then it will list it out here. So this is the way that we can create connections and everything. So let me check if the site is provisioned. Okay, so see this site is provisioned now, and I'm just refreshing here. So I think we should have the similar look and feel we have on this SPC Solutions portal. So I'm just refreshing this page. Yep. So you can see that the content and the web parts associated with this template is already there. Now you can see, let's go to the site settings. Then you can see global navigation and setup Viva connections. So first, let's create global navigation. It is by default turned off, as I mentioned. So you have to make it turn on, and then you can just give it a name, anything. And by default, it is selected as a hub or global navigation, but I want to keep the home site navigation as a global navigation. So I'm just selecting that and click on yes or save. So now when you refresh this page, like it may take like fraction of time just to update this. It is still SharePoint page. Let's refresh it again. Yeah, so it may take some time just to reflect the navigation here. But once that is done, then you can also set up Viva connections, click on that. And here you can see we have not created any dashboard for this site. So we can see the create dashboard, click on that. And by default, it opens as a mobile view, but just select this desktop, click on add card, and you can use any component from here. So add this, I'm just adding the card designer from here, and I'm just selecting the image, large size card designer. I'm just keeping everything as is, and go to a link. So once you click on that specific button, it will redirect you to. So there are different options. If you want to use this template JSON, you can update that here. Then if you want to change the title, like for example, instead of say button, you can say like click on title would be save. Then anything can be changed from whatever the properties we have. And again, we have this audience limit as well. So once you are done with this, just click on close and select preview. So it will look like this. So click on button and it will redirect you to this URL because that URL was provided on the button properties. And once you click on save, it will open this quick view adaptive card. So I'll show you how to design this and how to create it using this SPFx SharePoint Framework Webpart. And once you click on view, so whatever the JSON link is there, it will open that file. Right, so we are done with this. Close this preview, and now click on publish, and just go to the home page of the home site. So we have not set, we have set the home site for this, I think. Yes, okay. So edit the page and add the dashboard here. Dashboard. So it is still not created. So it will take some time, like couple of maybe 5 or 10 minutes, not couple of minutes. But once it is done, then you will be able to see whatever we have seen in the preview of that dashboard card with this card design. So it will be available here. So let's assume it is available and we are just publishing that. We'll see in few minutes once it is provisioned for that one. So this is how you can set up this your component or dashboard here. Now when it is ready, then I think we are in the fifth or fourth step. If I open this, then now we are trying to add the app in Teams. That's the 6 number step. So for that, what you have to do, like you have to set up the policies. So for that, you can jump into your Microsoft Teams Admin Center, and from setup policies, by default, it will not be open. So click on your global or organization wide default. And from there, you can add that app. So let me check our connections. So here you can see I'm just clicking on add this app, and you can just move to whatever the sequence number you are looking for. So, and click on save. And from under the teams, let's say in another tenant, I have already added that. So once you click here, and you can also find from here Viva Connections. So click on that, and your app will be added here like this. So you can see on top left corner, the app is available. So I'm just clicking on that, and this global navigation opens as like this. So whatever the global navigation we have defined, you can see SP console was the title, and you can see different set of links available in Microsoft Teams, and all the news also open like this, all the news for that specific landing page. So this is how you can use that in your Microsoft Teams, but make sure that you can do this and allow this organization to access your app. And once it is available in Microsoft Teams, then you can just pin that application to use as a personalized app for your Microsoft Teams account. Right. So this is all about how you can set up this. And now I'm just jumping into this Webpart development. So I'm just connecting my RDP. So you can see there is no difference in creating the Webparts and everything, but the limitation is that you should have the SharePoint framework more than equal to 1.13, the version number. So let's say, for example, I have the latest version, and I'm going to create a new Webpart called my ACE adaptive card extension, and use yo at the rate Microsoft, same command. And it will ask you like few questions, like what type of component you are going to create, and what is the name of that. So here you can see there are 4 options. So I'll show you 2 of these. One is the web part, and the second one is the adaptive card extension. So let's first jump into this adaptive card extension. So I'm just selecting this, and let's give it a name. Let's keep it as is, hello world. And it will try to scaffold this project. So I have already created one just to save the time. So let me open that. And I can also run this. So once this is the project is scaffold, you will be able to this kind of component in your solution. So under the SRC folder, you will have this adaptive card extensions, and there you can see basic card, right? So initially I have created with the name basic card, and here in this adaptive card extension.ts file, you will be able to see how the card navigator and quick view. Quick view means when I was clicking here, here, let me open that. This card. Let me refresh this page if I can see that. Okay, so dashboard is there. So when I click on save, it is opening like this, right? So this is a kind of quick view. And once you click on this view button, it will redirect to somewhere else. So there are two options. This one is the basic card and the other one is the quick view. So in the code, if you look into this, then in the on init, we have two options: card navigator, which is calling this card view, and the other one is the quick view. So in the same code, you can see the card view in the left navigation where we have the card view.ts file, where we have designed this card view, like the title will be name will be the quick view. And if you click on the card selection, then it will redirect you the external link, that is binge.com. And the other one, if I click on basic card, then other one is the quick view. Then we have the quick view on this one, quick view. Just open this. And here we are just calling this template.json when it is redirecting or opening that and providing the title and subtitle here. So accordingly, you can change what type of information you need when your card view is loaded first, and consider as a quick view. If you want to open something different, HTML or JSON, you can incorporate that here in this code, right? So this is the first one. Let me run this in a workbench for now. So I'm just using this. Yeah, the solution is created here. Okay, let me check. So I'm just running this serve no browser. And I have already provided that the SharePoint local workbench URL here. So I'll just refresh this once the this gulp serve is running. So from here we can see how it will look like uh, when it is running, or you are just trying to publish it and use it on as a web part on your portal. So it may take some time. I'm just clicking on this refresh, and we'll see if this available to add. Click on this, and yeah, basic card. So we have that available here, right? So most important thing is it is not like a web part. So once you add this, you will not be able to see anything when you click on quick view, right? So you have to open this in a preview mode. So just click on the preview and it will open like this. Now you can just click on quick view and it will open this as a pop-up kind of thing where you can find other information, right? So once you are satisfied with this component, then you can deploy this web part in your app catalog. So I have uploaded this in my app catalog. What was the name? I count. Just modified. Okay. Yeah, so this is my web part. This is another web part I have created using Webpart as an option, not the adaptive card. So yeah, this report I have not uploaded as of now as a package file. But yeah, you can, once you have the package file, you can just upload the simple way where we are using this SPPKG file uploading to the app catalog and add into your portal, right? So another report I have created using this option called, let me open that cd double dot. Where I'm trying to connect with my SharePoint list and pulling out the data into my SharePoint list, and then uh, So here I am using Webpart instead of the adaptive card extension. So you just click on that and it will ask you for the name. So let's use as is, and I'm using no framework. So without any framework, I'm just trying to use this. So once this is done, then you can communicate with your SharePoint list. So I have created the SharePoint list like this. Uh, Go to your site content. Sorry, not from here, but I'll show you. I have created this in site content. This is in this tenant. Site content. Then I have created this list called announcements. So I want to display these announcements as a web part for all the users when they are accessing this portal. So I'm just adding this web part here, just above the dashboard. Click on this and company announcement. So it will connect with my SharePoint list and highlight with red color, as I have used a column called it is important or not. If the value is selected as yes, then it will come as a red color. So once you publish this, it will be available for all the users along with this dashboard, where dashboard is the kind of connection, and this is the extensibility of the web part. So you can use two different web parts. One I have just created using web part, and the other one I was looking into this as a adaptive card. So let me see if I can upload that adaptive card. B and ACE. So it is not built yet. So let me just build and see if I can upload it. Just using the bundle and then shipping that and uploading that package and add that web part on the portal. So both the component, one is the web part and one with the adaptive card, it will be available for all the users who can access from the home site landing page. Now it will create the SharePoint folder here, and from there we can just drag and drop. Yeah, so folder is created. Let's use this.